Hey, do you suffer from sailor shirt syndrome? No, I'm just joking. Upper crust syndrome, okay? What is it? Well, it's what happens when you sit in an office chair and you lean over and you look at a screen all day, or if you look at a screen, I was going to reach over for my phone, but it's tethered to the wall. It's charging at the moment, but you know that little that humped posture that you have, and then you have all of the different muscles in your back that are either constantly tensed or constantly relaxed that just lead to really awful posture. And it's something that we like to talk about on the channel here, so I figured this would be interesting because it's a modern affliction that's affecting more and more people as posture has become far more laxed, okay, recently. So might as well take a look at it. See what you can do in order to improve your lot in life. If you take a look at a side profile in the mirror and you realize that you're starting to resemble a question mark a lot more than an apostrophe nowadays, or rather exclamation point. If you're starting to look like an apostrophe, that's probably a really bad sign, and you might be too tethered to your different black screens. Written from the point of view of Lynn Jaffe, if you are like me, chances are you're sitting in front of your computer. No, I'm standing in front of a rather large monitor, but thanks for asking. Of your computer, or looking down at your phone right now. I'm doing neither, but I'm glad you're having a good day, Lynn. Not only that, but you're also likely slouching. No, I think everything's all on the up and up, but I already knew what I was going to talk about. All of this slouching and looking down really messes up your posture and can cause something called upper crust syndrome, or UCS, just between us friends. It happens when the muscles in your upper back, shoulder, neck, and chest become out of balance. Yeah, when you start to look like somebody who is just always chest day at the gym, and then you just start to hunch over like an old man, so you're like a Jersey Shore cast member with self-esteem issues. It's just not a good look, really. What's happening is the muscles in your upper back, your trapezius and levator scapulae, that's the one that allows you to just shrug like this. It's like you're constantly a teenage girl. I don't know. Become strained. At the same time, the muscles in your chest, the pectoris major and minor. Major is the big one that's just shaped like a fan, and then the minor is the one that also helps connect the shoulders. It runs underneath. Get tight and become shortened. From the side, these muscle groups tend to form an X shape. Oh, that's where the name comes from. Very interesting. Should get a little bit more specific if you want to make it more searchable. Leading to the condition's name, upper crust syndrome. A main cause of UCS is poor posture. Yes, mostly caused by our use of technology, or just, bad posture in general, because people have been, reading a book holding the same posture for a long time, and just always that classic old cardigan and the pipe and the gray hair for your old professor who would just be constantly reading all the time. Always a bookworm, and he just doesn't go out and exercise. Exact same posture has been going on for decades. This is nothing new, but it's something that should be remedied by now. The main cause, yes, is technology, sure, which demands that workers sit in front of a computer, that people spend hours hunched over their phones or in a desk doing monotonous handouts in school, Due to the role of prolonged screen time as a cause of UCS, it has been dubbed eye hunch. I see what you did there. That's awfully clever. However, upper crust syndrome can occur from long hours spent reading. There it is. Watching TV, biking. Yeah, biking. Okay, that makes sense. Driving for long periods of time. Okay, so truck drivers. Yeah, that also makes sense too. And any kind of extended work that causes you to bend, look down, slouch, or hunch over. So pretty much anything, really. How do you know if you have UCS? There are a few common signs: discomfort or tightness in your neck and shoulders, fidgeting, oh my lord, repositioning and getting comfortable when sitting at a computer or watching TV, pain, a stiff neck, a tight neck, shoulder muscles, when driving, pain in your lower back, sore, tight, or achy shoulder blades, stiff, tight, or painful neck muscles, rounded shoulders, your head or neck is slouched forward, your spine curves inward at the neck. Obviously, all of that stuff that just leads to being hunched over and demure, and you look like you're just constantly trying to cover up your ears with your shoulders. It's not a good look. It's not preferable at all. Here's what you can do, though, if you suffer from unset turtle syndrome. Here's the good news. Upper cross syndrome is treatable. Yeah, because it's just tight muscles, and you need to learn which ones to strengthen and which ones to stretch out. If you let it go, it can only get worse and impact your breathing, cause problems with your spine, and reduce your range of motion and function. Certainly, working to improve your posture is a good place to start, but it may not be enough. Strengthening, tightening, loosening. Yes. Now, research has found that physical therapy is beneficial in helping to align your spine and improve your range of motion. Yeah, if you're running a really bad case, but it's mostly something that you can kind of just treat yourself, obviously. A physical therapist will work with you to provide stretches and exercise to strengthen, weaken muscle. Okay, I guess that's just me thinking as kind of a professional. Weakened muscles and relax muscles that are tight and reactive or tracted. Whatever. Typically, exercises for the UCS involves opening up your chest and working to stretch and engage your back muscles. Yes. You can do this by leaning onto a doorway with your elbows or hands, or just doing this one as well, just with your palm, lining up with your shoulder, and then just twisting away. And you can start to feel your chest start to stretch out. Don't go any farther than you need to. Do that a few times, preferably on both sides, but I don't have a door over here. You can do this by leaning onto a doorway or door with your elbows or hands on the door jamb and lying on a large training ball. That sounds very complicated. There's such easier things you can do. Your physical therapist may also recommend exercise with large rubber bands called therabands, resistance bands. Okay, let's not get too technical, or unless you're trying to shill therabands, or have work with weights. You should always be doing resistance training, but there's also things you can do with just, body weight exercises as well, especially if you're just learning, or if you do them at a controlled high speed, okay? Not like pounding off push-ups where you're just kind of, engaging your levator scapula, actually, yeah, and then just not really moving at the elbows. Those goofs that are out there, they only move like yay much, and it's like, oh, that's an entire rep. I just pounded out 100 push-ups without doing really any work that engages your chest muscles. All you're doing is just building some really strong stabilizer muscles, but you do you, pal. Acupuncture and massage may also be helpful in treating UCS. Of course, acupuncture can help relieve any pain associated with the condition, reduce inflammation, loosen muscle knots, and release trigger points. A massage can do the exact same stuff without the needles. It's important to know that while UCS can be treated, it is also prevented. For example, raise any screen you're working on to eye level so that you're not looking down to read it. Yes. And also get some glasses that work. Okay, so you aren't squinting and trying to jut your face forward in order to try to get closer. Practice good ergonomics. Set your chair height so that your feet can rest flat on the floor. Take a break and walk around and stretch every hour or so. Lying down, support your neck with a rolled pillow or a small towel, or vice versa, because that's how it's written. Stretch your upper back and open your chest often each day. Yes, just do stretches. Stretches will do wonders for you if you're consistent in doing them. Like opening up your chest. Stretch your upper back and open up your chest often each day, and do strengthening exercises for these muscles 2 to 3 times per week. Yes, but you should also be working the opposite muscle group as well. So if you're going to be doing chest work, make sure that you do rear delt work as well as lat work, so that you don't look really goofy. To support your posture, strengthen your core muscles. Yes. And engage them when you're sitting and when you're standing as well. Make sure that your pelvis doesn't tilt like a pinball machine. Wear good shoes that support your arches and your feet, and replace them when they become worn. Or just don't, and just wear, bare feet. That's what they're designed to be as well. So, of course, if you need shoes, of course, yeah, your insoles are important for proper arch support, and your exercise shoes should be replaced. If you do a moderate amount of exercise, at least every 6 months, if not a little bit less. And if you're out there getting miles every single day, consider it bi-monthly. But that's the bottom line, is that UCS is an epidemic that nobody talks about. Yeah, because it affects literally everybody if you don't take the proactive measures to stop yourself from becoming the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But at least you'll know what everybody's saying on Twitter, right? Ugh. With that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.